Vegetarian Diets. Save our furry friends and yourself. Presentation by Emma Siegert. Cows, chickens, fish, goats, pigs, and several other living creatures bow down to those of us humans who can take on the requirements of being a vegetarian. And those animals should, because not only are we helping them, but we are also helping ourselves by vastly improving our lifelong health. A well-balanced vegetarian diet can have many positive effects on one's health. Obviously, one reason that people become a vegetarian is the positive effect it has on the amount of livestock that is being consumed. However, that is not the main reason anymore. Because there are even larger health risks on our own bodies, in addition to decreasing the amount of livestock consumed, vegetarian diets have become more increasingly popular. They also have numerous health benefits, such as less of a risk of cancer, kidney disease, as well as bone health and cardiovascular health. In addition to health benefits internally, by having a vegetarian diet, you are putting less pollutants into the environment. Although being a vegetarian can at times be difficult, these health benefits and lack of pollutants you put into your body and the environment from livestock will overall be more of a positive than a negative. Switching from a regular meat-eating diet to a vegetarian diet can cause some new and difficult nutritional problems, especially for those who start later on in life, just because it can be hard to make the switch and stick to it. However, in our present times, the vegetarian diet has become more of a popular trend. About 3.2% of U.S. adults, or 7.3 million people, follow a vegetarian-based diet. More and more Americans have started to jump on the trend of vegetarian dieting, especially now that there are easier laid-out diet plans and easy to replicate fake meat meals. However, with this no-meat diet comes some important dietary concerns to pay attention to, such as maintaining a balanced diet and consuming enough protein. Vegetarians must pay particular attention to eating enough protein, iron, calcium, omega-3 fatty acids, and vitamin B12. By taking different vitamin supplements and eating soy, you can help solve the lack of necessary nutritional obstacles that come with this type of diet, and you can live a healthy and well-balanced life. When switching from a meat to non-meat vegetarian diet, you gain a much healthier life with less risk of disease and further complications as you age. Vegetarian diets are usually high in dietary fiber, magnesium, folic acid, vitamins C and E, iron, and tend to be lower in calories, saturated fat, and cholesterol. In general, vegetarians enjoy a lower risk of cardiovascular disease, obesity, type 2 diabetes, kidney disease, dementia, and some cancers. Vegetarians have a lower risk of cardiovascular disease because they tend to have lower cholesterol and lower blood pressure, tending to make vegetarians thinner than their meat-eating counterparts. Because of this lower blood pressure, vegetarians also tend to be at lower risk for kidney disease, as well as slower progression when it already exists. This could be because vegetarians tend to have lower cholesterol levels and appear to consume less protein. In addition, plant-derived proteins may stress the kidneys less than animal-derived. A lower risk for some cancer can also come with a vegetarian diet. Data from the Adventurous Health study showed that non-vegetarians had a substantially increased risk of both colorectal and prostate cancer than did vegetarians. This happens for a few reasons. One being vegetarians are normally less at risk of obesity, which is an important factor towards these types of cancer. Also because vegetarians tend to eat more fruits and vegetables, which are described as protective against cancer of the lungs, mouth, esophagus, and stomach, and add to a lesser degree of some other sites, whereas the regular use of legumes provide a measure of protection against stomach and prostate cancer. Further research is still being done to show the correlations between a vegetarian diet and less risk for cancer. However, there is so far some truth to the idea that the healthier vegetarian diet is helping fight the risk of cancers. So not only do vegetarians have a lower risk of cancer and cardiovascular disease, but also a lower risk of diabetes, kidney disease, dementia, and obesity. Therefore, cutting meat out of a diet has many positive attributes, helping our own health and the lives of many different types of livestock. Not only that, but in the U.S. alone, 10 billion animals are slaughtered annually, often after being raised in questionable conditions. And in 2010, each person in the U.S. ate an average of 57.5 pounds of beef, 46.5 pounds of pork, and 82 pounds of chicken. That adds up to about 35 million cows, 115 million pigs, and 9 billion birds being killed for food each year in the United States alone. By adding more fruits and veggies to your diet and completely cutting meats out, this number can go down. The benefits of vegetarianism go beyond one's own physical health. According to the United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization, livestock production, mostly in the industrial raising of meat animals, generates 1/5 of the world's greenhouse gases. There's really no sustainable reason not to cut meat out of your life when you can not only help your own life and substantively, but also the many of powerless creatures who are raised and then killed for the sole purpose of being eaten. Being a vegetarian has countless benefits, even though at times it can be hard to find the proper nutrients. The years you could add to your life would be well worth it. Along with that, you could also add years onto all of our furry friends' lives. By not eating meat can benefit you, animals, and the environment.